Hello everybody, and before this episode of Caddicarus starts today, I'd like to thank the sponsors for this show, Amino. Amino is a mobile app available for iOS and Android that has thousands of communities inside of it for anything that you can imagine. For instance, communities I'm involved in are all about games like Oddworld, Crash Bandicoot, and Dark Souls. And gaming isn't the only thing Amino has going for it, there's also a dedicated cartoon version for anything and everything animated. Amino has polls, blogs, chats, challenges, lots of awesome stuff that I've been a part of on my favourite communities. And if you feel like it, you may even make your own communities from the creator. Everyone in the communities have been really awesome, really friendly, and overall I recommend that you go into the description and check it out. Thanks for listening, and here's the episode.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful people, and welcome to the Caddicarus show, where I always have to do the dirty deed of deciding whether or not a game deserves to be slaughtered or salvaged. I'm so sorry. I don't even think I really want to be on camera today. I mean, the other day I attempted to do a 360 inverted heel flip over a drain covering on my skateboard, and it didn't really end that well.
Are you okay?
No!
What happened?
Oh my god! I walked into the fucking kitchen door frame!
Oh.
I need peas! And now we've run out of frozen peas and my face is quite literally burning up. I need something cold. Can you get me something cold, please? Yeah, something cool. Oh, thank you. Thanks, that's great. Why have you given me a plastic box? Because I wanted something cool. Is this your idea of a joke?
You know, sometimes this job isn't easy. When I'm running out of ideas on games to tear apart or have little inspiration behind covering a classic favourite of mine, at that point I tend to have a sniff through video suggestions and recommended games. And when a recommended darling of a series is thrust upon you multiple times and you have a gap in your schedule, you think, yes, I can finally check this out and see what the hubbub is about. To then dislike the thing and then go on the internet to let people know that's something tricky to do. So today, holy shit, I'm jumping into cool borders. 3. Not 1 or 2. I don't have 1 or 2. So we're doing 3. A snowboarding game, and as far as I can tell, a classic from the amount of people asking me to cover it. So you can imagine the excitement I had loading it up into my PS1, ready to experience this legendary thing I've missed out on for many years. I trudged through the large amount of characters to pick from. Well, I can't remember the last time I saw a game with someone having my haircut in it, but then equally I think that Vanilla Ice over here is my spirit animal. I then trudged through the huge collection of boards to pick from that not only have different designs, but are also built for different boarding styles like speed or air. And then I trudged through, well, only 6 mountains to be fair, with 3 at the start, but loads of modes within those mountains with different obstacles and gameplay styles. And after seeing these grayed out areas, I then think about how much more stuff there would be to unlock if I did play through the game, and my hopes were absolutely skyrocketing. Without thinking, I go into tournament mode to unlock everything, made a start, and... Good fuckity god. After checking the manual thoroughly, I then had a better understanding on how the game works, how the tricks work, how maneuverability works, and after all of that I did a lot better, to be fair, but was it actually worth any of it in my opinion? Well, honestly, not at all. And I say this as someone excited to play this game. I thought I was going to be playing a classic, so this isn't even anger, it's pure unbridled disappointment. For starters, the game isn't any fun to play. If you just get from A to B as fast as possible, treat it as a race when others are involved, it's a lot of fun. It feels very weighty, and when you kneel down into slopes and skid left and right through slaloms with the square button, it can be a roaring good time. Especially when you factor in the fact that you can punch the living shit out of everybody. But the second the tricks get involved, you can pack up your shit, go home, through the window, and die and shit. Because it's then where the game becomes nearly unplayable. I get that the physics are trying to be realistic here, but for an extreme sports game released in a time where Tony Hawk was king of the hill, this is some of the slowest and most floppy and most unsatisfying gloopy, poopy, ploppy, doppy boarding mechanics I've ever felt, especially compared to snowboarding games like SSX Tricky later in time. Every movement you make, even at full speed and full power for your jumps off ramps when you time it right, is sluggish. And even worse, letting go of your board after a grab, which is all you can really do along with flipping, is even slower, meaning that you can't get any points in for anything you do because you'll bail if you hold the grab for longer than half a second, not even joking, because it takes about 2 seconds to let go of the fucking thing to land safely. play. And on half-pipe segments, don't get me started. You can never keep your speed up since you slide all over the damn place and lose it all on every single bloody landing without a clear indication on what way you're facing with your board. I swear to God I'm trying here, but everything you do here is just not responsive and not fun. For a game about extreme speed and reflexes, it doesn't reward you at all for being on point and in the moment. It's too slow to control adequately. You have to plan every movement and trick ages before a ramp, and then even then, the draw distance and camera doesn't let you see how big the drop coming up is, so how many flips or grabs can you get away with? I don't know. And unfortunately with extreme sports games like this, control is paramount. It's the deal breaker, and Cool Borders 3 isn't cool at all with how much it messes this up. I mean, God forbid, I can't imagine what the first game feels like if this is the third one. It turns every single tournament and stage into a near impossibility to get enough points to qualify in the first place, and in races especially, come first and get points for tricks. And in that case, the two styles of game mechanics don't mesh well at all. The racing is instant, reactionary, and very fun, and the tricks are lifeless and lethargic. It's not fun to combine them, it's too hard, it wrecks the flow, and it wrecks the responsiveness and speed a downhill boarding game should have. What about grinds? Yeah, they work sometimes, considering you have to basically move onto the rail beforehand, since jumping from flat even at full power is... shit. Talking of draw distance, this isn't the worst looking game I've ever seen, but seriously, if the game wants me to slug through these heavy and restrictive controls to unlock stuff, that's fine. But the other areas you unlock are so boring. In fact, all the stages are. They're all competently designed, there's lots of things to avoid, like trees, and hills, and wood, and stumps. But let's be honest, they're all white, snowy hills, all of them. They aren't distinctive, memorably designed, no other hazards define each area, they all mesh together into a sea of blandness, and honestly, I did cheat to unlock the rest of the tracks, and I'm glad I did, because every other stage, despite being based on real places and not made up, like Devil's Butt, are all the same shit over and over again with maybe, if you're lucky, a new weather effect. Even the music can't get it right. It's good compositionally, but instead of sounding like this, it sounds like this. I honestly, at this point, would have preferred this.
Jesus is a friend of mine. Jesus is my friend. Jesus is a friend of mine. He taught me how to live my life as it should be. He taught me how to turn my cheek when people laugh at me.
Oh, and I would have been mad if I had to play through this slack and stagnant and frustrating control scheme to unlock the final mountain, Avalanche, only to be greeted by this. Like seriously, how is this even fun? How is this a good reward for your tireless efforts to unlock everything? You can't see whatever is coming for you, and if by some miracle you can't move fast enough away from it. And that's taking the old control issues I've been talking about out the equation. It's like walking down an egg aisle in a supermarket while being allergic to eggs. But now you have to do it while someone throws eggs at you. And you swell up. I just don't really know what else to say about this all. I mean, what you see here is what you get. Snow, board, person, hill, awful controls, it's just this. And it has split screen, but I have no friends, fuck off. I really don't know what else to do!
So I really don't give a shit what other people say. In my opinion, Cool Borders 3 gets the slaught. Well, if you're gonna do that, then this episode's never gonna end. Oh, I can sit here. I'm not moving. I can resist moving. You know, the condition of my face affects the way that I walk. I can't walk with the face like this, so I'm okay with just sitting here. I can sit this out as long as you guys. Anyway, why are you so mad about my opinions on my video anyway? Why did you, if you're so upset, come to my video and clicked on my video expecting your opinion spurted out? It doesn't work like that. So if you thought that, then I don't know what you're on. I mean, there you go, but... Also, special thank you to Jan at Jan Animation Studios, link in the description, for the amazing new logo. He's had cease and desists because of how good his animation is and how close it is to the real thing. Yeah, he's that good. And it does take a few months for him to get videos out because they are so detailed and everything, but they are seriously worth it, and he is working on stuff right now. Has it been a while? It has been a while, but he is still working stuff, like, right now. So please go and check him out right now. In the bottom of the screen. I'm still not moving. I'm still not moving. Why did I say bottom of the screen for? I meant bottom of the description. Go in the description, have a look. He's right there. My face hurts, I need peas.